All right. Well, taking advantage of the clear skies, I guess now.
Yeah.
Because we know what's coming finally. Finally,
Yeah.
snow.
Yeah. Southern Maine so Portland has not gotten 1 inch of snow yet. So it's one of the latest on record. So here we go. We're definitely confidently going to get at least that on Sunday. We'll talk about how many 1 inches of snow we're going to get. Here's a look at the watches and warnings. We got a winter storm watch in effect, and we talked throughout the week about how this is going to be more of a southern Maine storm, and we'll detail that in a minute here. So that's where the advisories are, the watches are, and then the winter storm warnings down across Massachusetts at the moment. That's more of a timing thing. As you get closer, it becomes a warning. Ideally. Our storm system doesn't look like a whole lot right now. It's a cold front out across Louisiana and stretching back into Wichita. The low pressure system does. And this is not a knockout, huge bomb cyclone or whatever that people like to call it storm. It's a reasonably sized nor'easter that we're going to be on the northern edge of, and we're going to get a decent amount of snow, largely because it's going to be so cold. And so we already have the cold air in place. If you're outside today, you notice that. And temperatures tonight are in the teens and single digits. And during the day tomorrow, we start with some sun, but we cloud up pretty quickly here. This is midday. And notice temps are in the mid-20s and teens, even in the middle of the day. And so that's the air mass that this snow arrives into. Not even borderline for snow versus rain or mixed precipitation. Now, this model gives us a little ocean effect trough situation going on here over York and Cumberland County around 4 to 6 o'clock. We'll wait to see if that happens. Sometimes it does before a storm system, a nor'easter to our south, but most of us, we're talking 9 to 11 p.m. over western Maine when the snow moves in, and then around midnight in a place like Augusta, and then after midnight in Bangor. It's snowing pretty hard, I think, here Sunday morning, especially over southern Maine into the mid-coast. And the cutoff point for the heaviest snow is around Bangor, and you'll see it on a map here in a second. But the heaviest bands will be along the coastline and then probably just inland. If history serves us, there'll be another strong band just inland here through the middle of the day. In the afternoon, the low moves offshore. Things get lighter, but it's still snowing until after sunset in a lot of spots before the storm finally wraps up. So this map is pretty similar to what we started with on Tuesday. Some slight adjustments are that this 6 to 10 I bumped up into the Bridgeton area. That's just an experience thing. That Sebago, Bridgeton area just seems to get clobbered when the low is anywhere nearby. And then we took Bangor out of 3 to 6 into 1 to 3 because this gradient up to the north looks like it's going to be pretty tight because cold air is good for snow, but cold air is also dry. So we're going to be evaporating a lot of the northern fringe of this system based on that cold, dry air. Quiet Monday and Tuesday, then we're watching the storm on Wednesday, which looks to start as snow away from the coastline. It has gotten a bit colder, but models do still change us over to rain pretty much everywhere with some reasonable winds here. The potential is still there for winds over 50 miles an hour along the coastline. This does not look like a repeat in magnitude of our December 18th storm, but it is something that we'll be watching through next week for potential power outages and whatnot. Interesting little side note here on that Wednesday storm. Even if you don't like snow, you should be rooting for it to turn that way, because if we can get a low offshore and turn over to snow, then we'll reduce the wind in a huge way. So I think we're better off with that, another snow event, as opposed to a rain and wind event once again.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks, Keith.